Now, Apple is rolling out new technology today that could help in the fight against COVID-19. Newsy health reporter Lindsay Thies joins us live now. Lindsay, thanks so much for taking the time. Why is Apple Watch 6 catching some attention in the health world today?
Yeah, Lauren. Well, the key is two words, pulse oximeter. And if you've heard that term, or maybe you've heard the term oxygen saturation recently in some sort of medical COVID-19 coverage, that's really the key here. So these new Apple Watch Series 6 watches are going to contain a pulse oximeter, which measures the oxygen saturation level of anyone wearing it. It's a vital sign, and it's something that can be an early indicator in terms of COVID-19.
And just help us, maybe we can dig into this a little more. Why is oxygen saturation so important?
Absolutely. So sometimes doctors might call it blood oxygen levels. Sometimes they call it pulse ox levels, oxygen saturation. It's all the same thing. And basically, what that number is measuring is how well oxygen is being pumped from the heart to parts of the body that are far away from the heart, like your legs and like your arms. And we obviously need that oxygen in those body parts to thrive and live well and be healthy. The NIH says that like 90 to 92% is a healthy blood oxygen saturation level. The way right now that blood oxygen saturation can be measured is through a pulse oximeter, whether that's at your doctor's office or at the hospital. You can even order little devices online, and it's measured through your fingertip. The way that this Apple Watch will work is there are 4 sensors on the part on your wrist, and then that will take a reading in about 6 seconds. When we're talking about those oxygen saturation numbers as it pertains to COVID-19, the lower that blood oxygen saturation number is, the more dire, the more severe. In March and April, when we were seeing a lot of these very severe patients being put on ventilators, that was because their blood oxygen saturation levels were so low.
I guess we should note today, Apple unveiling a number of devices today, but this Apple Watch implementing this oxygen saturation monitor in the midst of COVID, obviously very noteworthy to us here at Newsy. Apple is also getting involved in the research side of COVID-19. Can you explain that for us?
Absolutely. Well, it's no secret that with any of these wearable health devices, there is a ton of data. These Apple Series 6 watches with this new pulse oximeter feature that measures blood oxygen levels is going to be key in one of 3 long-term studies that Apple announced today. One in particular is in coordination with the Seattle flu study, as well as the University of Washington. With that one, they'll be using the pulse oximeter feature as well as the heart rate feature on these watches to detect how well they're measuring changes in these 2 different vital signs, changes that are, again, early indicators of COVID-19.
Newsy's Lindsay Thies, thanks so much for helping us to understand this crossroads between technology and health and science. Really appreciate it.